This is my billet construction process. Just want to share it at least once. So here I'm using a stop under the saw. By doing this, I can dispense with all of the measuring and cutting and marking and measuring and marking and cutting. I just got to push steel until it hits the stop and cut. And I know I get my consistent size. I think in this case I'm looking for 4 inches, and I've got it all the way down, which is a wonderful efficiency. You can see everything cut, not laying flat because it's got burrs, so now we're deburring. I like to do that so all the media will sit flat. And I'm starting to think, you know, as soon as I'm done pulling off all these burrs, I want to mark the ends. So now that everything's sitting flat, I'm going to clean the faces, and I'm going to lose the color code that I put on the faces. So I'm going to switch the color code to the end of the bar, marking my 1084 as blue, and then marking my 15 and 20 as red. And that way when I go and grind the mill scale and everything off the faces and I lose that color coding or any notes that I've made, I'm still going to have that color reference on the ends of the bars. It's really easy to mix materials up in the process of cleaning faces and stacking for tacking, and it's really a frustrating experience. So this is the move. This is how you avoid that, and having experienced that pain, I'm committed to this. Do that, and now I can move into facing. So I know all this grinding footage is not particularly interesting, but I've never shared this process, and I want to do it at least once. So maybe this is the only time I do it. And so here we are at 20 times speed, blasting through all the grinding, and then we're going to go to the work table and we're going to stack and clamp our materials for tacking. Here I am, starting to weld things up, and yeah, the shot's a little bit off. I'm still new to making videos and learning about framing shots, so apologies for that, but here I am evening things out with the hammer and get everything nice and tight, getting ready to move over to welding. I do worry about cast off as I'm using clamps. I don't want the threaded rods to get weld material on it and thereby ruin the functioning of the clamp, so I drape a wet rag over it. That way any splatter doesn't come to rest and harden on my tools. So I get everything tacked up. I get handles on there for the forge welding process. It's not a must, but it's great. Then I'm loading everything up with WD-40 to help against oxidization. Prior to that, there was a little bit of grinding excess weld, cleaning up the billets a little bit, and they're ready to go. These guys are ready for forge welding, and I'm happy to have shared this process. I hope it was helpful or interesting to someone, and I look forward to welding these guys and seeing what kind of projects they turn into. Yeah, take care, and thanks for visiting. Bye-bye.